Spoiler warning. The contents of this podcast may ruin your television show, movie, comic, cartoon, book, or life. It is your decision to continue to watch or listen to this episode. Here are your hosts, AJ Coppola and Susie Cromwell James.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Hey there, the name's Nukem, Duke Nukem, and you're watching the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. For some unknown reason, enjoy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. It is the spoiler warning show for the season 3 finale of House of the Dragon. Hit that like button, subscribe. We're going to get into everything spoilery with this episode. But a lot has happened. And a lot will happen in this episode, which makes me very much excited for season 4 already. But knowing HBO, that is 4 years from now. Joining me on this week's show are the two most recurrent people on the Nerds podcast. Hi, Mr. Wolverine. Please leave your claws at the door and take the cannoli.
I'll pass on the cannoli.
Please tell me you at least understood the reference.
Sure.
Godfather?
I'm going to shove a cannoli in your ear in a minute.
I wonder if that would still contribute to the lactose intolerant. And then the co-host.
I'm good, AJ. I'm good.
It's like you're listening to Trouble on the other end. For anybody wondering, it's Monday we're recording this. We're a day late. Monday Night Raw is going on right now, and Ryan is being split on both sides.
No, I dropped it. Mike picked it up because I couldn't hear you guys.
Oh, okay. Well, let's bring in the co-host with
But
the
no,
most...
I did just find out. I did just find out that they did put the damn song in 2K with the new update coming out on the 19th. So
It's such a bad song, but it's so, like, earwormy.
yeah.
Hi, Susie. How you
It's
doing?
one of those ones that sucks so bad.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm looking for the claw.
Knowing you'll just, grab me.
I don't have the claw, but I have the nippers.
That took a turn.
Hey, I could call them what we call them, and that would have been inappropriate.
Am I going Lord Corliss here? Am I losing a finger? You leave it above the belt, Ryan.
You definitely lost the hair. Do you know the funniest part about that scene is I thought they were going to send him a thing of his hair, not his finger.
Well, they cut the finger off because it had the Valerian.
I know, but
ring on it.
I realized when they cut it off that he was wearing the ring. But like, I thought just a piece of the hair would be the symbol. Like, shave his hair off.
So this
But that's
week's
me.
episode, the season finale of episode 3, the Treasons of Tumbleton. And we really get this episode going, and it stays going the whole time. We'll start with the Rhaenyra going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, how that's continuing. Outside of Mazzaria, Helena, what are your reactions to the complete, I don't want to say heel turn of Rhaenyra, but she's really gone off the deep end now with her power. Were you expecting there to be a like culmination to this episode, or is it gonna be she's gonna turn into the now big bad for season 4?
I mean, it seems oddly familiar of another show where she's starting to, the power is starting to go to her head and she doesn't really know what to do.
She's Lord Farquaad?
No. I mean, this is exactly what happened at the end of season 8
Oh,
of
okay.
Game of Thrones, in a sense.
Let's say
As
I
if,
do feel
yeah,
like the brothers have switched roles. Aemon and Aegon have switched roles completely.
Aegon grew up.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Aemon has turned into I don't did Alice kind of change him a little bit? Like he understands everything he's done wrong. Do you think that's just a facade that he put in with Aemon? Or is he actually truly sorry for everything that he's done to his brother and his family?
I think he's genuinely sad. He had to live with the fact that he thought Aegon was dead and firmly believed it was his fault. So you kind of have to live with the repercussions of your actions.
And then speaking of Alice, since we're talking about them at Harrenhal, do you think she has any alternative motives, or is she actually kind of falling for Aemon?
Both.
Because for what we heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, she can't leave Harrenhal or she'll die. Because she's over 100 years old.
So Susie was sort of right with her predictions of remember we thought that she could possibly end up being Melisandre. Well, it's kind of sort of the same thing. She's just locked away in a castle.
Mm-hmm.
But am I right? She can't leave or she'll die.
That's what it sounds like.
That's kind of the impression you're getting. But on that note, I hate this. I hate her so much. Give me Melisandre back. Like, she's at least a nicer person to deal with, and she's very upfront. You can tell what her actions are going to be right away.
She gives birth to a demon baby.
I just watched that episode last night. I'm rewatching it again, and that episode was last night where she gives birth to a demon baby.
Demon llama, yes. Demon llama, demon llama.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, we don't know if Alice is going to give birth to a demon baby.
But it would still been a nice touch if that would have been the tie to. There's never been a tie to the shows, except for the family names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had that connection between this show and Game of Thrones. And even the second season, if there's going to be the Night of the Seven Kingdoms show, just kind of tie them all together and use her would have been kind of cool.
Honestly, that would have just been like icing on the cake. Actually, to find out if Melisandre was like the descendant of Alice and Aemon would also be kind of cool.
And I know we're talking about what's going on in Harrenhal, but we got to talk of. We jumped over it. The entrance of Aegon, the power of him just dropping down in Harrenhal, getting off of Sunfire, walking up to a kneeling Aegon, and just pit slapping.
But it wasn't as dramatic as it could have been because someone's video lagged.
It did?
Yeah. The words did not match up with the mouth. And so it wasn't as dramatic as it should have been. Like, you got the intent.
You could have said something. It was perfect on my end.
Yeah, that's not the only time it did it, though.
That's fine. You could have said something. I could have closed it and reloaded it.
So, anyway, but it doesn't deter from my point.
Yeah, it sounds like it did.
No, because it was just a little side note. Him walking in, backhanding Aemon and going, "I'm alive," is just the greatest thing in the world. And he did,
because
a smile on his face.
Up until he smacks him, you have to think to yourself, is he seeing things or is this really Aemon? Let's wait. And then he smacks the shit out of him, and it's like, oh yeah,
He's actually here.
shut up, stupid. He's
Yeah.
here.
It's
I've learned
kind
to do that with any of the scenes with Aegon and what's her face. It's like, is this real? Is this him seeing things? Is this her feeding him lies?
I mean, last
What
week
is it?
screwed me up. Last week's episode screwed me up when she turns into Allison for about a minute.
Yeah.
That's some trickery. But no, and I want to hear your opinion on this because this is what I'm thinking. Have you guys noticed over the last couple weeks, and I know you're going to laugh at me for just noticing it now, as Rhaenyra is going from goodish to baddish, Aegon is doing the opposite, where he's becoming more, I guess, of a respectable king, like he should have been in the first place. Like he's grown up and he's going from bad to good and like reverse of Rhaenyra.
I will politely disagree. Because the way they're doing this show, and if you pay attention, it kind of flips sides versus Team Black, Team Green, Team Black. So like each side is getting a season.
All right, here we go with more colors.
You're welcome. So like
colors that Ryan can't see.
Season 1, we were all about Team Black. We were learning the Targaryens, how they functioned, and everything else. Season 2 was Team Green. Season 3, we're on Team Black. We're following Rhaenyra very, very closely. Like we're watching her descent off the throne, but I would not agree that we're watching Rhaenyra go from good to evil and Aegon from evil to good. I don't think that's a good way to look at it. I will agree that, Rhaenyra is getting a little crazy. But I will blame most of that on her council, and particularly one in particular, because she was playing both sides. Like the devil spawn that she is.
I don't know. At this point, I feel like it's all her, though.
Dumb whore.
No, yeah. Oh, no. At this point, it's all her. But I don't think she would have ended up there if she had picked the appropriate council. I totally can't spell bottle. Try that again. There we go. I need to give my daughter drugs, so Will's grabbing it, but I can't spell bottle. It's
Does
fine.
it smell like chloroform?
Does it smell like chloroform? So like me personally, I don't see. There was blue lights just drove past my house. I don't see it as Aegon turning from evil to good and Rhaenyra turning from good to evil. I feel like these are the people that they've always been, and they're just discovering who they are, especially given their circumstances. So their circumstances are really turning them into who they need to be, or who they were supposed to be.
Yeah. Ryan, got anything on that one?
I don't know. I kind of feel like she is starting to become, as we all know, the Targaryens become mad. Do I blame her council? I think you could put was it Misera or whatever?
Mazzaria?
You can blame her for part of it, but I think all in all, it's like she said before, though. It's not like she was room to take this position and knowing what to do and how to react in a way that will be popular with people instead of just the way she wants it. And I think that's the dilemma she's still facing, especially when we get to the High Scepter in that situation. That's a heel move. That is straight out of Cersei Lannister handbook there, just without the oh, what the hell's the glowy stuff?
Dragonfire.
Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah.
She
Well, that's
did
the
it
thing.
just mechanical with a knife.
Yeah, don't misunderstand me. I'm not taking Rhaenyra the blame out of Rhaenyra because she is to blame. But I also firmly believe if she had a different counsel, she probably would have been led on a different path.
Well, I feel like this episode was her
But
biggest turn.
here's a good question. Here's a good question. If she would have went and got Cornelius when it first got captured, this situation would have been a lot easier to deal with. But she chose to let him choose. He make his choice, and then not go rescue him. And now she has no hand to lead her, guide her way of what she should be doing. Instead, she just is doing what she wants.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's like during this episode, she instructs them to go into Tumbleton and kill basically everybody, but then still says, spare, as many people as possible. And, it's like she wants to be that ruthless person that wants to claim what she feels rightfully is hers, but then at the end of it, she's like, but take the gas pedal off a little bit. And then come to find out that they're a bunch of jackasses, and then they just put kids to the front of the gates.
That was a very smart. That was a very smart move from Simpleton, knowing that they would hesitate just long enough.
And the restraint, I was very surprised that there was restraint on Daemon. I figured the minute they put those kids out of that gate and they're just standing on the bridge, that he would have just said, oh well, poof, Dracarys, just, barbecue. But no, he tells them to get out of the way, and for the most part, waits for them to all get out of the way. I think there was maybe two of them might have a couple burns on them. But I would assume they all live. And then Caraxi goes, hello, I'm here, and just head right through the door. But the Battle of Tumbleton was actually absolutely insane. It felt like it was more than half the episode. And it within that, it kept cutting from Tumbleton back to King's Landing to Tumbleton, King's Landing, back and forth. And while everything is going on with Tumbleton, you have Ulf, who doesn't want to do jack anything anymore. He's been disrespected by both sides, so he gets plastered, and now you don't know what side he's going to root for or help. I am very happy to say, in his words, F you guys too, as he just lights everybody on fire.
Roddy's my favorite character.
Who?
Roddy. He is the guy from the north who wanted to die for the Black Queen.
Oh, okay. I'm happy you actually knew his name. I was just going to call him Stark Guy.
Nope. No, his name is Roddy. And
he took that fire as like a freaking blaze of glory.
Dude, he wanted to die in battle, and he died a glorious death.
Well, you know why all of the people from the north are old, right?
Do I want to know?
Because when winter is coming, from the actual book, because when winter is coming, all the old guys leave the north because there's not enough food for the women and children and the younger people. So they leave the north, and if they need help somewhere, they go help somewhere. And if they die, they die. We'll see you in spring if we come back.
Okay.
So,
that's the first I've
it's
ever heard of.
basically them saying, we're just going to go out here and die.
It's their iceberg moment.
Oh yeah, women and children all on the boat so the men can figure out how to fix this thing. So it'll be quiet.
Well, yeah, there's that, but then there's a movie called North that he goes from family to family to family and figures out what family he wants to live with, and he goes to Alaska to the Eskimos, and they have a thing where they send Grandpa out on an ice, basically ship him out on an iceberg with a recliner and a TV, and that's where he goes to die. It's supposed to be comical, but
it sounds
really
dark as shit
when you think about it.
It sounds so morbid.
It's just proof that Jack could have been on the door as well.
I think part of my favorite part of this episode too is the how little we see of Aegon and Aemond. Because I'm looking forward to what they're going to do in season 4.
Rhaenyra's head on a spike.
Is that a fair handicap match? The brothers versus the sister?
I can almost guarantee Rhaenyra's head will not be on a spike.
Well, they said the C word, head on a spike, so I thought it was Rhaenyra that they were referring to.
Oh, yeah, it might be, but I can almost guarantee it will not be on a spike.
Why did they tell you how she dies?
Will
They
this
tell you
head
how
on?
she dies in the Thrones.
Will,
I know
will
how
the
she
head
dies.
on? Will the head on said spike have red hair?
Ooh.
Are we thinking
maybe.
Allison or guy and shit? Not Damon. Shoot, her
I'm
son.
definitely thinking.
Darren.
I'm really thinking
Darren.
Mommy Dearest.
I don't think Mommy Dearest is dying.
I think
She's orchestrated this whole thing. I don't think she's dying. I think she gets to witness it all the way to the end.
I could see Mommy Dearest dying when she realized her daughter decided to try to see if she could fly. Jump, you could fly too.
I don't think she decided. I think she knew what was happening and just let it happen.
How about her prophesizing that was it Aegon or Aemond? Did it have the glass eye on the throne when she
That was Rhaenyra.
that was not Rhaenyra.
Oh yeah, that was Rhaenyra on the throne.
That was Rhaenyra on the throne.
Covered in
That was
blood.
Rhaenyra on the throne.
Mm-hmm.
Covered in blood.
Meaning the throne had rejected her.
Oh,
Remember, the throne will cut who it rejects.
I guess. Really? So it rejected her
that's-
father too?
So that's the theory.
Yeah, remember that's the theory is that the throne will, when it rejects whoever is king or queen, whatever, they will start getting cut. Remember, Viserys's cuts is what led to his lead poisoning.
Yeah.
Led
That
to
I
him getting
remember.
sick.
But I don't remember.
Same thing with Rhaenyra. Remember, she got cut on the hand when she was listening to them talk to her, and then now her foreseen is her all cut with a bunch of blood on her, meaning the crown rejected her.
Yeah, but if you look in the background too, it's all the dragons. So there's more than just her being caught on the throne in that instance. But yeah, that's 100% Rhaenyra.
I already want season 4 to be here already, but we're years away from it. And not that I want this to be over, I just want to see Dance of the Dragons finally.
I don't.
Why?
I'm good.
One thing I am pretty sure of for the next season, though, is it does not need to be drug along for 8 episodes. Hopefully, it's 4 solid episodes and it's called good.
So they're going to probably do 8 episodes, but they're probably going to end this section of Dance of Dragons by like episode 5.
And then
4
the
or 5.
repercussions.
And then the repercussions will be the last couple of episodes. So we'll find out where everything lands and every...
Kind of like what they did with Game of Thrones, where Daenerys died in the second to last episode. And then they had everything in the final episode.
Because we are getting another Game of Thrones prequel show, correct? There's been talks of one that's supposed to be during the Mad King.
I am going to stay hush on that because we have been promised a couple of prequel shows, and
I know this Snow one failed viewership audience. When they screened it for audiences in select few theaters to show the first episode, and it was not liked. That's why the Snow show never took off.
No, I know that, but they were gonna do how the Night King came about, and that failed.
I've heard that one. That one totally tanked.
That one made it to pilot, and then that one tanked. So I'm not holding out hope. But I'd be interested to see it. But I'm not. I'm not going to comment on it until.
Was that Snow one actually Kit Harington?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
But there's always people out with lore out there that they're gonna do all these different spin-offs, but the one that I saw that seemed like it created a good buzz was they were supposed to do a prequel to directly to Game of Thrones with the Mad King and Jamie and all that kind of stuff happening when they were young.
They were
When
going to
Ned
do
and
Robert's
Jamie
Rebellion.
and Robert were
Yeah.
when they were younger. Because I remember them saying something about who they gonna cast as Ned Stark, and I remember seeing photos of like, how about this guy? And it's the guy that plays him in the throwback scenes.
Yeah,
in
so
Thrones.
that one made it out of creative. So it's got the green light. It's just whether it makes it out of pilot.
Yeah.
Because if they can't pass pilot, then they don't get made.
So back to episode 8, because we can probably talk about what might happen in this universe. What are your thoughts on the turning sides of Ulf and Hugh?
Well, I know one thing about Ulf. You got another orifice sighting for this season. It's just like finally a season with no, and there it was.
It's just hanging there.
Right as he's sitting in the shitter.
So Ulf has already changed sides. I think the other one's about to change sides because now his wife is dead.
Yeah, but did Ulf really change sides? He said, "Screw you" to this side too, and he burned on both sides. So now he's really a ship with no. He's got nowhere to go. He's in the middle.
Well, I think in all reality, he is sitting very squarely on the green side. I can't really blame him for, doing what he did to.
I mean, he was treated like shit.
So
on both sides, he was.
Yeah. I say he is.
I mean, he was treated like shit, but based on what we've seen of him in both sides, he was treated better with Rhaenyra than he was with Ormond.
Better with Rhaenyra, not with Daemon.
No, not with Daemon.
Yeah, but Daemon's an ass. He may be on the good side, but he's still an ass every episode. The only time he's not is when it involves his daughters. That's it.
Uh-huh.
How about his what's her name? The daughter, Baela. Oh my God! I'm surprised she still has a tongue. She
spoke up to the stepmom like, you're not encouraging any of us. We're just pawns in your game.
I kind of thought she was gonna lose a tongue or just straight up die after that, because she grabs her, and I was like, oh.
I don't think Rhaenyra has the balls to do it. Basically,
anybody else, Baela would have died for saying that.
Yeah, if it was anybody else, but with being part of the royal family does come certain privileges. So as mad as Rhaenyra was, it's her daughter. Like, she didn't do it in a public setting. I mean, it was kind of public, but she didn't do it around a whole bunch of people. And she talked back to her mom. Well, her stepmom, but,
You're not my mom.
But it's that interaction was my absolute, like, I've been waiting for Baela to just say something.
How about the clap back of, if it wasn't for you, my son would still be alive?
Oh my God.
I was like, ladies, claws away. But another thing with Rhaenyra this episode, she was going to make sure she was anointed. Why is it so important for her to become anointed? And then when she's rejected again, to just say, no, we don't need you, and just straight up kill the high priestess. Like, there's no point in that. You're either going to then get anointed, boom, you're happy. People are probably still not happy. Or you're going to kill him, not anointed. People still not happy. Like it's a lose-lose, but she felt so strongly to go do it.
Well,
So
it's the whole thing of I'm gonna let you do the right thing as the way I see it and anoint me as king or queen. If you choose not to, I don't really need your approval. I'm just giving you the chance for your approval.
To not die.
And then keep in mind, not like she did it. She looked at Corliss's oldest and said, "You answer to a higher god than them. You do it."
He regretted it. He didn't want to do it, number one. And then after doing it, you see his face while they're on the steps. He did not want to do that.
It's a prime example of like a very well known, like well learned about dictators. They take over the land and then they look at you and say, "You can accept me, or I'll make you accept me." And that's what that was.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know. It's almost reminiscent of England when King Henry was changing the church from Catholicism to the Church of England. And it was, you're not going to let me do what I want, so I'm just going to figure out a way around it so I can do what I want anyway. In his case, it was divorce, but still, my point still remains.
Didn't he have like 10 wives?
I feel like what's going to come of this is she's talking about a different god that they listen to. I don't think we've heard them say anything of the way, like on Game of Thrones, of the new gods and the old. We haven't heard that at all on this show. I think that's where that split's gonna occur, where then it is how it is in Game of Thrones, where it's the old gods and the new gods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's gonna come into play. I don't think it's gonna come into play in House of Dragons. We see it. We definitely saw it a lot in Game of Thrones, but I don't think we see it a lot in this. But they definitely.
Well, what I'm meaning is there's this group of high scepters and the way they're believing, and then there's the Targaryen, the Valerian higher power gods. So it's the old gods, is what she just killed, and then moving forward, the rest of the Targaryens will follow that Valerian way, or the Valerians' way in the new way.
So in this universe, do they have like 3 different sets of gods? Because the North, maybe they follow the Targaryen way of gods, because the North has the God's Wood, which is where they go to pray, and they believe in the old gods or older gods. Are they the same as the Targaryens, or are they different?
I plead the fifth.
I don't know. That's a really good question.
Okay, here's the problem: is Ryan said a very specific thing, and I agree with him. But now I'm thinking, and that was a dangerous line of thought to go down.
So Susie's going to be on House of the Dragon Reddit for the next couple days, doing a bunch of research.
Because now I need to know. I need to know if the Targaryen gods are the same as the North gods, because then this just changed some of Game of Thrones lore for me.
And the funny thing is, she's going to be looking this shit up at like 2, 3 in the morning, and we're all going to get messaged.
No, just you.
Well, I'm awake, so I don't care. I don't
Exactly.
think at this point, I don't think Ryan's working tonight, so he might be asleep.
Yeah,
No, I have to go in and.
I think Ryan's doing a little research for me.
I have to.
Because now he's what the heck?
Yeah. So, AJ, were there any other WTF moments that you had in this episode?
I was really surprised that Darren was trying to throw basically in the white flag behind Omen's back to try to spare everybody.
Not.
Well, I figured he was just going to take, I don't want to say his boyfriend, but I thought they were just going to flee.
I'm really glad I'm not the only one that sees that connection there, because Yes, I've seen it since they first started showing them two together. It's like I'm just waiting on it, and it hasn't it didn't happen, but it's like it's just different. According to Google AI, the Targaryens and Starks do not believe in the same gods in House of Dragons or Game of Thrones. They follow two very different religious traditions. The Targaryen gods originated from Valyria. They practiced Valyrian freehold religion before it fell. They worshiped the old Valyrian gods. Later, they adopt the fate of the Sevens to fit in with Westeros. They also view themselves as godlike because they rode dragons. The Starks, descendants of the first men of Westeros, they keep an ancient faith of the old gods of the forest. They pray to nameless spirits in the trees called weirdwoods. They do not have holy books, priests, or grand temples.
Okay.
Thank God for Ryan, the researcher.
If he didn't do it, I was going to do it when this ended. So it's all good.
But were there?
So they don't. So the biggest thing is Targaryens do not believe or worship in the old gods of the first men. They believe in the old gods of the Valyria.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, they talk about old Valyrian. They speak Valyrian to each other. Some of them. Rhaenyra, Daemon, both Aemond and Aegon. What you asked me the question, Susie. Are there any WTF moments for you or Ryan that you wanted to talk about before we close up?
No, not really. I was not impressed with Rhaenyra's speech to the people.
She was just telling everybody what was told to her. I don't know if she gave them the full synopsis of Fire and Ice, but basically told everybody that this was prophesized for me, so hop off.
Yeah. No, and like there's some points that like I don't disagree, but she definitely could have handled that better because you could tell by the end of the speech she switched into Valeria, which was a bad move.
Ryan.
Yeah, no real WTF moments. It kind of feels like this season finale is more of a bridge season finale than to go into the next one. Unfortunately, you know, if you said you're gonna have to wait 2 years for it,
If not more.
probably.
What's next? Last of Us, right?
Yeah, I think Last of Us is next.
I mean, by the time we get into the new season of House of Dragons, Joffrey will be a completely different kid to match so that the age doesn't change. That's how long it'll be before we get the final season of House of Dragons.
Yeah, they'll have to recast them. Unless they were smart and did everything back to back, which I don't know if they did.
They had not, as far as I know, when this premiered, Damon and what is Damon's real name again? I forget.
Matt Smith.
Matt.
Yeah, he and Rihanna were doing interviews, and they didn't even know that they were approved for a season that they hadn't even started filming yet.
No, so they knew they were approved for season 4. They didn't know season 4 was going to be the last season.
Yeah, that's what it was. And then they hadn't even started yet.
It
Something about the end of this year.
It is projected to premiere in 2028.
Ow.
So 2 years. So they're probably going to start filming later this year.
Yeah, because I'd imagine that a lot of the stuff sits on the shelf for a while.
Production and filming are scheduled to begin early 2027.
Do you remember when movies and TV shows only took 6 weeks to film?
Some still do.
Do you remember when TV shows used to have 15 to 20 episodes a season?
Some still do.
No, I remember more like 24 and 32. But thank you.
That too. You're welcome.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
'cause
just
I remember
excited when TV
used-
shows have more than, 10 episodes. Like for
Yeah.
the Susie knows, I've been watching The Rookie
uh,
again. There's 18
and all-
episodes, and I love it.
In all honesty, the whole 10 episode thing didn't start until HBO started their shows. Sopranos, the Lord of the Rings. I mean, not Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. That's where the 10 episode seasons came from. And then after COVID, now everybody's just lazy.
Yeah. A lot of it
Is it
started-
lazy or is it price?
Well, it's a little bit of price. No, I'm not gonna go lazy. It's a little bit of price, and I think part of it is how rigorous and demanding the TV schedule is. There was a lot of fallout and kickback from it. So a lot of shows started going to the 10 episode rotation versus having like 20 episodes a season. And then there's others that because they split in the mid-year, they're able to split up their filming, so they're able to do like 18 episodes a season.
All right, I got nothing else.
Meanwhile,
Unfortunately-
soap operas film a whole month in 1 week.
That does not surprise me.
and that's every day. That's every weekday that they air.
Yeah.
How long has General Hospital been going on? 50 years.
I think they're closer to 60 now. Young and the Restless has been on for 70 plus, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And you can not tune in and then be sick one day and flip on CBS and there stands Victor Newman and his 50 years of the same character on TV.
See, when I was sick, it was like Price of Right and stuff.
No,
Price
see,
is-
when I was sick, you had to watch Price is Right. Then you had to watch the news at noon. Then Young and the Restless at 12:30. Bold and the Beautiful, General Hospital, Guiding Light. One Life to Live. That was the other one that my mom watched.
That one's
Yeah,
done
no.
though.
Nope. It was Price is Right, the news, and then I got the remote handed to me and I could watch whatever I wanted until 5 o'clock.
Nope. Not just because you're sick, you're not messing up my soaps.
Well, normally I didn't have anybody home, and the one person that was home when I was sick worked overnight. So all I had to do was get through Price is Right and the news, and then he handed the TV remote over to me while he went and got dressed for work.
I think I got so used to that being sick that when like my mom and dad divorced and I would stay home sick, I would still do the same routine.
Mhm.
Even though I had the remote all to myself. It was like this is just what you do when you're sick.
Yeah.
You watch Prices Right, the news, and then watch soaps.
And then my mom got Netflix, and all they did all the time was watch Netflix.
How
no
are we
more
supposed to
AJ.
get out of here if the host left?
There's no
Sorry.
more AJ.
You guys kept talking, so I was like, I'm gonna start cleaning up a little bit now, so I could just go upstairs and get ready for work.
There's no more AJ.
I's here.
It's just the Susie and Ryan show.
Da 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 da.
It's good to see that the redness on your head finally went away.
Dude, I'm all tan now. I was only red for like a day. Two.
You were not.
Hey,
I
you're
was gonna
pretty
say
red.
it was longer than a day.
You're
But it's
pretty
all
red
tan
for a
now.
couple days.
Not too worried about it.
So
What's a little melanoma?
what's the plan for Thursday?
It's
Right.
either going to be the Odyssey, or it's going to be Planet of the Apes. Susie has to watch
you-
Planet of the Apes.
I thought you guys did the Odyssey.
No,
Oh, okay.
because I had a fight with a toddler.
Oh,
Then I
okay.
lost.
Okay.
She lost.
So she still got to watch 2001
Yes.
Planet.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is hilarious because I think that's the one I started and just didn't finish. I think that's the one I downloaded on one of my flights.
Nice.
Yahar.
And then we get into the good ones.
Yes.
2001 was pretty good. I enjoyed
Okay.
it.
Hey, AJ,
Well, when you
say
get into your
bye.
box office numbers, look what your box office numbers show, and we'll say
Bye.
different.
Are we still recording?
Yeah.
That's why I said say bye.
You want me to shut it off?
That
Is
was
your shirt tucked in?
No. maybe
You're
into my
such
fat.
You're like such an '80s dad. I'm like, that shit looks like it's tucked in.
It wasn't. It was just under my fat.
That's tucked.
All right. Well,
okay.
bye everybody.
Bye.